Hello and welcome everyone back, well, to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I'm so used to saying back to Shadowbringers, but no, we have reached Endwalker, or at least the prologue to Endwalker, 5.4 specifically. And yeah, we have 3 months to get through Endwalker before the release of DawnTrail, so Amy and I can be content current and actually play with friends. Now we won't be streaming that. The idea here is to basically fulfill the quest. And I don't think I'll end up, unless there's like a special circumstance or something like that, I don't think I'll be streaming Final Fantasy XIV again after this point. But yeah, we still have the lead up to Endwalker. We finished off all of Shadowbringers, saw how we got everybody away from the first and even rescued Gralia. But now we have to figure out what the heck to do about the return of Xenos and the fact that we have some sort of rogue, or at least unconventional Ascian to deal with. That is taking care of our, taking over the body of such a wonderful character that everybody loved before. Absolutely. Rescued Gralia. I guess. Close enough. So yeah, Amy will be here soon. She's just taking care of something real quick, and be back for all of that. But yeah, that is the goal right now, is that we are going to be only story-based and really focused on getting through all this. And I looked, and there's 10 quests for the 5.4 update. So we'll have to see what that's all about. Oh, wow, you finished Unicorn Overlord. Nice. Glad you enjoyed it so much, Boost Carrier Helicopter. With that said, thank you so much to everybody here for joining us. Should be a lot of fun as we get everybody in the get the going. And like I said, Amy will be here soon enough. But let's go ahead and just get things started. She'll easily be able to catch up because she doesn't have to read. And go see what Alice's story. Oh no. I definitely am only focusing on story. Like, don't you worry about that. Like, the only extra thing I might do is the role quest stuff, and I don't even know if that's necessary, but we'll see. I know it's not necessary, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know, it gets me extra goodies. I suppose we ought to take stock of the situation. By forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, we have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond my ken. None can say what awaits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not that we can overcome all trials. We've always done so, have we not? Show him the wind-up mistle. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. I didn't know you could do... That's funny you could do that. Well, now, I have my suspicions as to what this is about, but would you be so good as confirm then for me? Aye, just as I thought, they went ahead with it after all. The artisans of the mean had come to me with a proposal, you see. In celebration of the knight's return, they asked how I wished to be commemorated, on a coin or as an automaton. Neither, I replied, for all the good it did. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what name they give it. Yet still they did it. A right stubborn lot they are, as befits the people of the Crystarium. They shall be fine, just fine without me, and Lena may rest assured that I do not worry for them. Nevertheless, I shall never cease to pray for their happiness. No longer am I the leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I left behind as surely as I left my body. But everything I have ever felt and experienced, all of these things and more I have brought with me. You have brought for me. Future games you're picking up is Neptunia Game, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and SMT Vengeance. Very cool, Ogrepon. And I shall carry them close to my heart always, unto the end of my days. That's cute. There's Alphino and Alize. Thanks to your reports, I had known that all was well in the source, but there was no relief like seeing our comrades again with my own eyes. If possible, I should like to thank Estinian in person for the help he lent us while we were away, but it seems he has not been heard from of late. Such is his way. Well, until such time as we meet again, I shall ever pray for his well-being, and take the absence of tidings as a good sign, as I do with our friends in the first. I like that Alphino still kind of looks up to Estinian. While things are quiet, I think I'll move my body around some more. Need to get used to the new tricks I learned in the first. To that end, I'll round up Hori and his crew for a spot of sparring. Oh, and Grad, too. In my capacity as a senior, I'm obligated to train him as well. Oh, she's looking forward to that. Dawn's Respite. Oh yeah, if next week we finish 5.5, we lose our Sprout icon. I don't mind that as much as Amy. Amy is very nervous about losing the Sprout. Though only a short time has passed in the source, for me it has been several long years. 'Tis passing strange to see how little has changed here in the Rising Stones. Sometimes I can't help but feel as if I'm dreaming. Then I see the equipment Tataru prepared for us, and it helps to bring me back to reality. Reen continues her fight in the first, and I must resume my own here. Nice to get little details. As you know, in Seeker of the Sun culture, the title Tia indicates a male who does not preside over territory. In regards to this, Alphino came to me with a consultation. The Crystarium may not be a territory in the traditional sense, he said, but our friend governed it with great leadership nonetheless. As such, would it not be inappropriate to call him Tia? As it is by no means disrespectful to omit the title, I told Alphino that he is free to do so if he wishes, but I for one intend to call him by his full name. At least until he's decided what he wants for himself in his new life. No, we actually talked about what kind of title to give him. And look at that, Oriange actually hanging out here rather than the old hangout. By thine account, the 14th seat of the convocation was known as Azim. As at the title's distinctly familiar ring, my imagination could not fail but run wild. From Azima the Warden in Eorzea to Azim, the Dawn Father, in the Far East, at nigh every corner of Hydaelyn do those deities revered as personifications of the sun share like names. Aha! I was on the right track. Could they all perhaps trace their origin to the 14th seat? I did muse. Though it may never be proven or otherwise, such a theory, I do believe, lieth firmly within the realm of possibility. Nice to get that little bit of extra lore. Alright. Krati is this outfit suited for traveling while his weapon uses a piece of the crystal tower as a focus. Brilliant, right? Now I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping off bits of Allegan relics, but it was just one little piece. Alright, let's talk to Kryl and get this thing started. Let's see Eorzea's quest. Oh, greetings, Milan. Come to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and I've satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. I didn't. I don't know how badly Kiko went for her.
Oh, it was bad. It was ragdoll and she wouldn't get off of her.
Oh, jeez. Apparently...
Ginny literally ran over to protect her, so...
Yeah. So, while Amy was downstairs, Kiko attacked Callie. Apparently pinned her?
Yeah, she, like, grabbed her by, where she usually...
Yeah, grabbed her by the back and
had her down and was like... Rah.
Mm-hmm.
And Ginny actually ran over to protect Callie.
Yeah, I've never seen this before, where Ginny, the other cat, actually ran over to, like, stop Kiko from doing that. So, yeah.
So I was making sure that Ginny and Kiko were going to be okay in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were, like, just staring at each other.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
And I brought Callie in here to keep her safe.
Yeah, she's going to be running all around. The only thing I'll say to you as far as the game is you can make sure to talk to the Scions if you want to get some extra stuff. They have that other room open now. And definitely make sure to talk to Graha before you start the quest.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, that's what Amy was up to.
Sorry for being late.
No worries. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Wonder what we're in store for this
Well, my friends,
section. Oh, voice
now
acting.
that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
I gotta love how these two are just, you know, together at all times now.
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Got him there.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Oh, hey!
Welcome back, everyone.
Haven't seen her in forever. Oh, no worries, Polyglot. We were just starting the actual quest.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting
missed the
fit
drama.
and raring to go.
Nice to see her back in the like, still in the fray a bit.
I was talking about our real life drama.
Oh, yeah.
At least with good fans.
The famous Lys Hext, former Scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met. Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But
That's
then
all I wanted you to
suppose
see.
Your fields of expertise are rather different.
42 days away from Thousand Year Door. Weird.
Grahatir at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Boy, he is just a fanboy.
Likewise, the others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
Makes sense.
Well, well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I disagree.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear.
Serves as a nice recap and like, here's
But
the
at
major
last we
points you need to
understand
remember.
The nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc
Yes.
it may wreak.
You-
And
there-
it falls to us.
I didn't talk to the ones
to
on the other
ensure
side,
that it
just
is never
the
again brought
ones
to
on
bear
the
upon this
rest.
star.
Yeah, it's basically a recap of what happened with all the characters in Shadowbringers. Just here's the important points to get you ready for the
But tell
next
us,
arc.
Luce, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
I feel like the voice acting has taken a step up.
So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
Yeah, it'll never happen.
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Eorzea and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Alright, Alamigo.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Ah, yes.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
Yeah, I mean, it's still technically part of Shadowbringers, but I consider this the prologue to Endwalker.
But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
What meeting? Lead on.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Sticking to us like glue. I feel like I've somehow found myself in a love triangle.
I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Yeah, Alizé never forgot Gabu.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
I've been in that tower for thousands of years. Please let me come out of that tower.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Graha and Alizé are both often considered Warrior of Light sexuals, so yes, you have. There we go. Cannot afford the slightest slip. Yeah, ain't that the truth? I'm not saying romantic. I'm just saying how they just... The way they... I don't know. It felt like, come with me. No, come with me. Third wheel, huh? Oh my gosh. Gareth! Thank you so much for the raid. I know you were playing some Sonic 06, you crazy Brit. How you doing? We're playing through some Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're trying to get through... oh god, of course there's a Mr. Game Explain as a raid message. PO6, that's right. Project 06, but similar enough. But how you doing? How's it going? Don't you worry, I'll eventually get you back on Game Club. We'll get you treated to another wonderful game. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully the stream went well. Eventually, I might get to raid you. I don't know if that'll actually ever happen, considering how different our schedules are, but it might happen. Let's see here. When I set out to save... By the way, we're just in the beginnings of Endwalker, so... Spoilers for earlier Realm Reborn, like Final Fantasy XIV stuff, but maybe not. Mario Super Picross isn't enough, considering he talked about a television episode through a good chunk of that. Or at least a chunk of that. I don't think so. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant, and though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. No, it's not too bad to 100... I mean... It's not too bad 100% 1,000-year door. Maybe tedious if you want to go for everything, but not that bad, honestly. And there's guides. There's a ton of guides. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Becklug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alligans took a more than passing interest in the subject. That'd be nice to take on multiple troubles. They haven't really said what's different about Thousand Year Door. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Etherochemical Research Facility, where they experimented on primals and their worshippers. Yes, good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Az's Law, which means we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Tataru with the hookups. I'm curious if you'll laugh at the same point that I did. No, you're not quite there yet. Okay. Alright, I have to exit. Hey, Born. How you doing? How's we all doing? While you all slept for ages, Tataru's been grinding XP. I don't know. I mean, I've done a little bit of the... I don't know what the quest line's called. But the one where you deal with the 4 sacred beasts, and she has not gotten better at at being a arcanist. Ooh, catching up on games, yeah, I definitely. Since it's been a bit of a slow year, it's definitely focused on just working on the backlog as much as I can. 4 lords, that's it. Who says she was grinding combat classes? That's true. Oh, new travel outfit for her. Looks good. Oh yeah, and it is a pink airship. She has a theme. I give you the Bonanza, the Scions' very own airship. I can talk. I built her as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones and named her for luck and prosperity. Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly to just about anywhere we want.
Is it the stuffy meetings?
No, not quite yet.
Oh, okay.
Soon, though. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. That's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. What do we got here? The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Aziz's Law. But enough talk. It's time to fly. All aboard. Now, yeah, basically just Graha immediately like, can I come? Please let me come. I want to join you. It's just funny because everybody's painted this picture of Graha being a fanboy in my head, so just to have that fanboy reaction is fun.
I mean, he pretty much acted exactly how I would have.
Yeah, sounds about right. Did I ever mention I was fond of flying? Because I am. Be it on the airship, an Amuro, or a Chocobo, there is nothing so exhilarating as feeling the wind on your face as the horizon falls upon you. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are, on Aziz's Law, and Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Aziz's Law, I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an Aetheryte, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Company project is a thing you can do with a free company to craft airships and subs, which you can then send out the missions to get stuff. Yeah, I think Amy might have done that. I've not bothered.
I haven't done it, but people have seen it.
There's a lot of extra stuff I haven't taken the time to do yet. It's something I want to do soonish.
Marla loves doing that stuff.
Like eventually I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just...
right, it's not very exciting. It sounds cool, but it's just like clicking some stuff. You don't get
Oh.
to see anything.
Oh, I see.
It's just like you send someone out on a mission and you don't see it.
Oh, it's one of those. It's kind of like Xenoblade 2, where you sent out the extra
It's
things.
kinda
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Ah. And here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Yeah, exactly, Alpha. I just want to be caught up on the story, then I can take all the extra time between story bits to actually, do all the stuff I've missed. Ah, there we are.
There's no gummy ship minigame.
Iconic corruption, an overview. That sounds promising. Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No, isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details that Habisphere control. Let's return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot, you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Habisphere. I have no idea what the diadem is. Ah, yes. I could take a mana cutter, but instead I choose Behemoth. Yep, and just like I remember, this place woefully lacks Aetheryte. Gathering nonsense. I've barely done any of that. That said, I have talked to Johnny, and he's told me before that he's made it a point. So if you look at my map here, you see all these quests. Johnny does not have those. He's made it a point to clear every single quest marker on the in the game. That is commitment. Okay, Mary, son, that motorcycle with Alpha in the passenger seat is amazing. Holy crap. Where I'm at right now, if you can glance, see it?
Oh, cool.
I have no idea what that is. It's a two-seater as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I will definitely. It's definitely something that like appeals to me because having quest markers bugs me. Oh yeah, two-seater. It's so funny seeing you crouched over this while Mary's just as far up as she can go. That's amazing. Like, there's a whole lot of seat there that you could still ride on. But you get the tire instead. Yeah, Alpha's in there. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. Yep, crying chopper, still death. Well, the thing is, right now I'm saving them for my other jobs so I can just actually make use of the experience. There, from what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Huh? Warning, an evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry into the Habisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt will be lifted in the near future. This is energy level critical, returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Where we descend a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? He had a lot of time to read. I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there is no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies help me feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, 'tis more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They are wont to manifest with the ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with the shard wins. What do you say? Very well. It would be my honor to come third. Wow. I don't know how you burned the remaining jobs up to 90, so, Geeky Griffin. Yeah, Alize does love her contests. She's the competitive little sister. I mean, I just call her little sister to us. Or to me, I guess. Lightning? What's that?
If you get taken out of that stop by because I want to finish up this first.
Oh, sure. Roulette's Capbook, and toward the end, a bunch of trust runs of the Shadowbringers and Endwalker dungeons. Ah, I see. Hey, Blade Blur. I was going through my phone picture and found our pick from TMG 5 years ago almost. Good times. Yeah, holy crap, I can't believe it's been that long. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. I don't know who this is, but we'll go with this one. No dramatic entrance? You've changed. Ah, you remember that? In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all. I forget that reference completely. Well, the contest continues, so you'd better hurry back. Ah, but one last thing. Thank you, Milan, for bringing me here. Yeah, I have not gone to a convention in a very long time. Some year eventually. Looks like I lost. Hey, there's Belle. Oh, you're watching a cutscene. You have a shard? Then you win. I searched high and low, but couldn't find so much as a trace of stagnant ether. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? That is the question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Milan, and not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Hemisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Breakster at 65k. Oh, you're having trouble against the lightning sprites?
Well, there's a bunch of them, and I'm only level 81, and I'm...
Oh, you're doing white mage? If Amy could go to those lightning sprites and give her some help, she's struggling a bit. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. She attracted a lot of attention, but actually she'll be alright. She'll be alright. She'll be alright. She got worried. She's fine.
I was surrounded, so I was worried I wouldn't be able to handle it.
She's nervous when she plays white mage. She doesn't get that damage out like she's used to. I'm sure this Owen fellow is very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphino's was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlayan's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. Actually getting backstory on these two, a bit more anyway. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently, by which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baldazian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it should be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Initializing, scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Yes, I actually noted that when I was reading, it was, I believe, Volume 1 of Eorzea Encyclopedia. They actually had a screenshot of him. It was like, I don't think we've seen him yet. Authentication complete. Guest identified as a member of the royal family. I'm at your most humble service, Your Highness. Never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching, one item found. Iconic corruption, an overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Right, let's see. Glory be to Alleg. Long live Emperor Zande. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... Oh boy, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, she's practicing for Ace Attorney. Password. Oh, I wish I had said password instead.
I'll say it when I get there.
No, it's not an option. It's just me guessing.
Oh.
The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Oh no. What did that thing just call me? I gotta go with the Final Fantasy II reference. Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Again. Be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. This is amazing. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it's them. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. That was good. Let's have some meatballs. She's ready to bust it open. I should probably mention that I've yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Excuse me. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. Look at him, all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Right, off to the Rising Stones.
Password incorrect is probably the same that you got, right?
Yes, it is the same one. I don't think courage is a reference.
Oh, is this cutscene taking
No.
someone else? Okay.
Oh no! Well, after this, you have to go return to Mordana.
I didn't choose that. It's not.
Yeah, it's not automatic. Cryle's back too. I wonder what was decided at the council. I'm pleased to see your mission was a success, and in no small part due to the bonanza. Time to share news. Wonderful news, Milan. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I should very much like to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Cryle? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the Third, a legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Okay, I thought we had our fill of Final Fantasy III references. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took in Yatsuyu and Asai? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Eorzea will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the Beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Lamincians in particular struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Nishtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the temperate, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. This is a huge deal to be able to cure tempering, because that's been around since, well, our first primal fight. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. What was that? His Highness is exhibiting elevated blood pressure. It's hard not to view Graha as sort of a red version of me. Great Final Fantasy III music. Sid! Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something? What is it? Hard not to love that Final Fantasy III music. Well, well, a treatment for tempering, and for the next step you need to find the password to this Allagan's report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that I could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, the Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Allagan dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set to work right away. We'll get all this solved and figured out. Just sounds like a timer. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Huh. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? Toast is ready. It did sound like that. I would, milady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. Ooh.
I like this song.
Yeah, it's from Final Fantasy III. I think it might be I can't remember if it's the main theme or the overworld theme.
It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Why do I feel like Owen has some fangirls? Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, so no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. Hey, I beat that guy. Nice touch of it to be the, the primals you fight in that area. Overworld theme, that's right, but it can also be considered the main theme. That's fair. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as a preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Yeesh. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, though. However, further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom become to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. What a presentation. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence I've been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption and recording. So not even the Alligans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. Oh, Amon's one of the bosses of the Crystal Tower raids. Well, a clone of his. He was one of the followers of... that's right. The Insane Hat. Yes, I remember that guy now.
That's how I got, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. If only we could make them remember who they were. I just thought he looked handsome. That's all. That's the only reason I said that, Dalphalion. But of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing your memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I should narrate an audiobook. I feel like I'd be terrible at that. Tides of Rye. Trust me, recording my own scripts, I stumble over my words so often. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. Yeah, I'm not good with character voices. You want that, you got to go to Amy. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? Yeah, there you go. Got some Lotta. Can't seem to watch the stream. Error 2000. I don't know what's causing that, Pedro. That's weird. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. I didn't hear about that at all, Dan Alphaline. That's cool. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics. Which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Wait. A password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure in a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. Whoops. Actually, I skipped the next one.
No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom.
Ah, there we go. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh? It's been a while since we've been able to work with Sid. It's nice. Tataru thinking about the business side. Right, while Graha, Tia, and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Milan and Alize with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Skysteel manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalin. The people there will give you what we need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalin. Alright. Off to the manufactory. Back to Kurthus. Good old Foundation. I know. Good old Heaven's Ward. Back before we streamed every single thing from these expansions. It was more about... oh yeah, I know this place. This is where the machinist works. I gotta get back to that. I was really enjoying the machinist quests. You stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory. What is it you require? So you're after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. We shall be glad to assist you. Ah, yes. Stephivian, whatever. Good night, Gregster. Take care. Let's get that etherite. I believe that's it. Ceruleum, you've come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. Well now, a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Now, not that it's a problem. It's as good as gold to me. Nope. It's your favorite.
Yep. Well,
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Another fan.
As you may have heard,
How you doing,
the
Amric?
Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the climate problem.
Amy says in her headcanon he has a crush on her and she's okay with it.
To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course. Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
Yep, that Alpha Lion, that is Alvis's VA. He was also the voice of, oh, I'm blanking on his name. Dragon Quest VIII. I feel so bad that I'm blanking on that character's name. But one of the main party members. Angelo, that's it. Thank you, Dan Alpha Lion.
I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
He sounds so happy. I'm so used to him being a little dour.
Tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
He is so
Very
happy.
well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Mm-hmm.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
I don't know the actor's name offhand, but yes, he does like his A characters. Blake Ritson. Cool. Always good to hear from him. I voiced Hawkwood in Dark Souls 3. What a shame. We just get rid of the H. He's Awkwood now. I've not played Dark Souls 3. Or any Dark Souls, really. Someday I want to fix that. Dang, Sid's been busy. This is quite the endeavor.
Did this voice change?
Who?
Sid's. It sounds different.
I'll hear soon. I'm not there yet.
Who would have thought Cerulean weighed so much?
It's probably been a long time since we've
Serves me
heard
right
Sid.
to
He's
stop,
barely
I
in main
suppose.
story quest
I
stuff.
should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
It's been too long. I can't tell.
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance.
It's just how I remember it. It just sounds different.
Some people have all the luck.
Is this the first we've heard him since Realm Reborn?
Is it?
I don't know.
Can't be.
Because he's usually with all the extra stuff, like the big side allied, allied raids and whatnot.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Oh, here's Nero. Of course.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
It sounds different to me.
Maybe.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Friggin' Nero.
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
Yep. 2 X's.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time.
Parts of Shadowbringers were also recorded during the pandemic and the audio quality wavers at points. Ah, I see.
Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
If I remember correctly, I think I saw that this update's released in December of 2020. Believe it or not, Amy, we're playing nearly 4-year-old content.
I remember when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
I'm so used to Final Fantasy XIV Sid's voice, and that is... I'm sorry, it's hard to compare.
Compare what?
Final Fantasy XVI Sid has an amazing voice.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Might be.
She won't last much longer!
Wedge is still the same.
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close. So very close. Oh.
Graha, what are you doing?
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There.
Almost.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
How the hell did you do that so quickly? Good God. His reading skills are off the charts.
I mean, you had a lot of practice in the tower.
That is true.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
I wonder if
The
they'll,
fault is mine. I'm sorry.
I wonder if they'll ever do anything with Wedge's crush on Tataru.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
I like how this story sequence is basically, let's integrate Graha into the group properly. Sort of show his role. Tataru's like, we didn't have to pay, great, but I'm really sorry for the other guy. Ooh, lemon waffle. At long last, we have our cure. Watch a clip of 16 Sid, and his voice is so deep, and for what? I mean, that's just his natural voice. That's just the guy's natural voice. That's how he talks. It's not a voice that he's putting on. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I am quite quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. It'll be fine, I'm sure of it. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado, then, let's make for Limsa. We kept Gabu waiting long enough. Off to Limsa. I think I read somewhere or saw somewhere that the voice actor for Sid in 16 appeared in an episode of the British version of The Office. It's just funny to think about that voice in an office setting. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu to us at once.
Apologies for the wait.
God, this was this post Heaven's Ward? This all happened?
Have you been good?
Or post Stormblood? What's that?
I thought Gabu was the first one.
No, it wasn't during Realm Reborn, I don't think. Because we were on the run by that point.
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
Heaven's Ward, yeah, post Heaven's Ward is when all this happened with Gabu. My God.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment?
Well, we're just about to see that.
Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
The cure to all of our troubles, a pig.
Also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after
Yeah.
spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I for one would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission then, let us begin.
Kind of exciting to see that this could potentially be solved.
Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn.
It's hopeful after everything in Shadowbringers.
'Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allagans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one.
Smashman, thank you very much for the 100 bits saying cute flying pig. It is indeed a very cute flying pig.
I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
I believe you get the mount version of the flying pig from the
Twould
Pixies,
seem our
correct?
part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
I'm getting closer to that. I've been using them to help level up my red mage. It's still a while till that's caught up. Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better Scion.
I like that we're really showing how much they care about each other. Both of these are good. Well, if it's any consolation, she's in all of your work.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing.
He said, she told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. If you pick the other one, Alphino says, I should, I know. Yet despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising
Oh, I have more
to hear that I'm still
than you.
capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
Yeah, there it is. Boy, it must take a lot out of her. Little help there?
Alize, are you all right?
You don't need to understand the references, Fizzy.
Did it work?
You can certainly enjoy them on their own.
I'm so glad to see you.
Oh my god.
Happy glad.
Wow.
Taboo! I can't believe it.
Never thought I'd see that.
Or hear that.
Well, we just changed the complete way the world works.
My mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan.
People were tempered and they were all executed.
Yeah.
Makes that feel really bad.
But
I mean, they had no way of knowing this would ever be solved.
Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gabu. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gabu.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Kill them.
Alice's not going to be able to do much else for a while. She's going to be under high demand.
Yes, we can. All of them.
Although I don't know how many Tempered are still alive.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gabu alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Makes sense.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya.
Amy loves Matoya.
The real one.
Well, her music.
Matoya's music.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Well, off to see Matoya.
Well, yeah.
Croissant or a lemon waffle? Honey croissant. It's good food. We cured him. That's awesome. You may recall that in order to procure the ingredients for Angela, we had no choice but to surrender ourselves to the whims of the pixies, but I should have done so with far better grace had I known what we would go on to achieve. Back up. Of course I do. Like master, like pupil. As she will be at pains to remind me, I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first, but this seems as good a time as any. Come, let us make for her cave. Oh, thank you. Oh, we're not partied up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Every time I tried to party up with you, you were,
I'm in the party.
oh, you're in a party, okay. Well, you were in a cutscene. I know we have a duty at some point during all this, so we need to figure out who's going into that. Ah, what a noble steed I have gotten.
Does the back wheel finally move, or does it?
Nope, does not move.
That would move.
That the wheel doesn't move?
Yeah, the back wheels do not turn. You see it?
Yeah. Looks like they're just made of cheese. Man, it is really interesting to come back to Heaven's Ward and just see how badly laid out the Ethernet was. Is this more or less noble than a fat chocobo? Less. Fitting that we're seeing all this because this is a abandoned colony of Charlayan, and I know in Endwalker we actually get to go to old Charlayan, so gonna be getting to see what it actually looks like. Mm-hmm. Live and learn. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy XIV crossover win. That'd be nice. I would love it. Probably won't happen. Take it you're ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil? Very well. A gummy ship is the mount. Just saying.
Nary a word from you all this time. Then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
That's alright. I'm curious what's coming up.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the first.
Oh no.
Befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
Oh, Alphino. Oh.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
I don't think I've ever seen Y'shtola so disgruntled.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatir is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a Scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits.
So Galaf, just so you know, is the in Final Fantasy V is Kryle's grandfather.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the relation between the two of them. Obviously not the same relation here, but...
Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of a younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
He's this Kryle's adoptive grandfather. Oh, okay.
Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Oh, and the founder of the Students of Baldessian. Oh, that's cool. I heard about that Sumo Wenny. I haven't had a chance to see it myself, listen to it myself, though.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
That's why I did all the quests in this room.
So I just need
I still need to
create
do those.
boxes with the power to stir the soul.
The ending is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother Porksy, as it were.
I love Matoya's voice actress.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Let's see. Do you think I misspoke earlier? I assure you it was not in my intention to embarrass anyone. Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make your familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there should be a handful of feral familiars and mayhap a monster or two, but nothing to trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there are no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my prologos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go. Off to Maker's Quarter. Later, Dead Alpha Lion. Take care. Off we go. With my Butterfinger mount. Do you remember how many Butterfingers we bought to get this thing, Amy, for each of us? Yeah, but it still is a large amount of Butterfingers for us. Ah, yes, good old Alexander. I can't remember. So there was a special a special promotion going on Cat Eevee, where you could get a code for this mount from eating Butterfingers. Well, you didn't have to eat them, from buying Butterfingers. It's an existing mount, but the difference is this one has is shaped like chocolate and has hearts surrounding it.
Not shaped like chocolate, chocolate
Well,
colored.
chocolate colored, yeah, that's a better way to put it. So, Amy and I both wanted it.
And I don't think it was guaranteed either, right?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Get it? Like, didn't they? There weren't enough codes or something?
I can't remember. Graz is like, yes, adventure.
Wasn't there something where, like, we wrote a message to get a code because it wasn't working?
Something like that. I think so, but I can't remember what.
I don't know, but I got one and I don't think you got it.
Yeah. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to my good mistress's relic. Puro Rogo is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Within, you will find a space dedicated to the making of familiars, along with a cavern wherein the requisite ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, that the place has not played host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I shall see to it that you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit, only say the word and I will show you in. Oh, that's right. We had to get a time stage reminded me. So they said when I bought mine, the Butterfingers were on sale if you had a store card. I had to explain to the cashier that no, I did not want the sale price because that would mean I had to buy more candy to reach the required amount. So yes, you have to have a receipt showing the amount, and I think you sent it in somewhere.
I feel like there was something else though. Like, wasn't there some emote that I got, like the pizza one or something, and you didn't get?
Yes, you got another remote, and we gave it to you, and you had to really fight for that one. But I forget exactly. It was you eating a pizza, but
Pizza emote.
yeah. So did we decide anything on what we're doing for party? I guess they're asking if we want to pick. Just looking at who's what right now, should we just take try taking Arjan and Vandal, because I don't think they get to go along too much. Yukime, I don't know what they play. I'm not sure what Yukime plays, but they're minor right now.
They were just here to hang out.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, since I don't remember those, Arjan and Vandal joining us too often, so we'll go with that. And Sayo, I think you need to promote me to leader. That too, I suppose. Everybody else is left. Alright. Cool. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's see what Notoria's Relic is all about. Let's say something wrong. We get to go inside Matoya's moldy old hole.
Oh, that is. Oh. I did not need to hear that. That sounds so gross. I don't like this music so far.
very sci-fi, like 1950s science fiction.
Okay, it's better now.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients.
This feels like it's gonna be a little different.
Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
I'm so sick of this music after grinding for gear. I still need this healer
My
chest.
favorite song. I'm like, it's fine, but
Oh, no worries, Vandal. We're all learning here. Need to harvest some clay.
oh, she's right here.
Oh, yeah. Get to go to Grimegot. Not Gringot. Grimegot. This feels like music that definitely grows on you after a while. There were fun moments. I've heard this isn't too hard of a dungeon, so I'm not too concerned. Frog's like, what are you waiting on? Just hanging out. Poison's getting tossed out like crazy.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not my favorite, I'll say that right now. It's a Sorcerer's Apprentice style mixed with Matoria's Final Fantasy I theme. You can definitely hear a bit of Matoria's theme in it. It's alright. Mm-hmm. They're definitely trying to go for whimsy. It's not your type of whimsy. Rogo the Unwashed. Sonny of Ziggy. It's quite the name. Mm-hmm. I don't remember Ziggy from the One Dungeon Vandal. No, it's been a while. Oh, Ziggy was a boss in the Antitower. Man, that's been a while. Alright, I see Mudman, I think Dragon Quest. Oh, he can cast Stardust. Wow. Of course. How's this music instead, Amy? What a shift in style. Yeah, I don't know. Reach being drawn to a different one, so I'm not sure what that exactly means. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I think it's possible to guide him into like a... watch out, stay out of that path, Amy. Yeah, you're supposed to guide him into the sand pit. I just did mine by accident. Other mudmen that we can't really do much against. Oh, good. Look what's back. Mine's this way. I'm going to guide it over here. I don't know, but I guess so. I'm trying to stay out of your way. You just haven't gotten it quite into the pit. Oh. It's alright. You just guided close to the pit. You see the little, sand pit, right? Just any of them. I don't know. Maybe because there's a guy in that one? I'm going to experiment here. Yeah, you have to take it with one no person in it, so like this one over here. You might have also gotten hit by mine. Sorry. You got a stack. Oh, jeez. That was enough to take me out. Sorry about that. Oh, weird. That's alright. We almost got the Mudman down. But it's good to know to avoid stuff that's already has blocks in it, so... Yeah, Mudmen have blocked some of the drains, so yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. Handy place to get revived. Ah, that wide-ranging thing, I just had too little HP. Definitely stack up as best you can, because that definitely got me. Oh no, we lost our Jean. Oh wait, except the raise. Yeah, we didn't have all of us stacked though, because some of us were dead. I can take him. I can't take him. That's all right. We know what we're doing now. Yes, we gotta put the balls in the pocket. At least we understand. Looks like it. That's the real punishment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought, like, when I saw the mudmen in the holes, I'm like, oh, maybe we have to knock them out or something like that, but nope. But now we know. No, I don't think so. My main concern is just staying out of the way of, you know, you guys. Yeah, my gear is fine. They waste no time on those balls. I'm not sure. That. So what I would suggest for yours, Amy, is if whenever it attaches, is just go to the one that's closest. That's an empty hole that avoids everybody's path. So we're all going to go to this one. Hopefully it won't kill us all going to this, but there we go. See, all good. Wherever it is, I'm just going to go to this one. Oh crap, let me get to the side. Doing much better. What was the advice? Yeah. think we got him this time. This will be what it's like when we do new content where everybody's figuring it out. Kinda. There we go. Good job, everyone. Looks like you can get some pretty fun Black Mage gear. Oh, good night, Cat Evie. The clear note, so cauldron. Ah, we got a watery portal this time. Cave gelatin. Because why not? We're back to your favorite music, by the way, Amy. I'm actually kind of surprised they don't have the option to let you choose your own music for dungeons from your Orchestrion rolls. That'd be a cool feature. Great B-Man, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub, 8 months now, saying, I returned from a bit of an abscess, obsessing over the other Square Enix MMO. Good to see you're still at it. What's the other Square Enix MMO? The only other one I can think of is Dragon Quest X. And I know there is ways to play that. Oh yeah, 11. Forgot about 11. Brandon plays a bit of Dragon... Oh, it was Dragon Quest X. Yeah, Brandon plays a bit of 10. He's got addicted to it again because they found ways to have, like, I guess, private-ish servers while also having an English translation. Through emulation and whatnot. Neat. I do wonder what Dragon Quest X is like, because that was what Yoshi P worked on before coming to 14. And it is certainly built as a console MMO. Hey, Simidon. Oof, yeah, it does sound exhausting. We still haven't turned off your effects yet, have we, Amy? Mm-hmm. We really got to remember to do that. Well, they look friendly. Go ahead. I'll help you guys out, but just so you know, Amy has to let the cat out real quick. So she'll be over real soon. We should be fine now. ghostly vibes. Yeah, this very much feels like a Halloween dungeon. I don't know, the music's kind of growing on me. Not my favorite song by any means, but... Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Well, this thing is kind of cute.
It is cute.
It's gonna kick her ass, isn't it? Ready whenever. Alright, let's do it. Wants to play. I'm gonna guess we want to be out of the path of that. Yeah, stay in that area. I just noticed it as well. It's like, ooh, that was fortunate timing. Oh, good, more water. I guess we have to stand in one of them, Amy. The one closest, I think, in order to actually get to it. Going to say, do we jump for it? But no, we definitely should not. Staying up here is the better idea. This is kind of a fun one. Oh, this is going to be fun trying to spread out on this thin area. This way. I'm guessing right now we don't want to get blasted by that water. Thank you for doing a demonstration there, Amy. Yes, for science. That's the only reason you got caught up in that. You might have still been low on health life when you got rezzed and then you got hit by the thing that hit everybody. It's alright, we almost got it. There we go. Yep.
Sorry.
It's okay. That was a fun one. I enjoyed that one. Amy, Mary says, after you get res, if you don't push an attack button, you've got a couple seconds of invincibility.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't think that attack would hit me that soon. I should have left it.
It's alright. Time to go into the fiery portal. Oh boy. Look to the right. You can see the water's raised up. That's fun how you can see how you've affected the dungeon.
Except it does not stop knockback, apparently.
Okay. No, the pillow? What about the... I saw a pillow, but I didn't realize, Dang. Did not expect this to be our lava. Oh, it's the Stola's face. Oh, I gotta take a look at that when we get back. That's a good question. Almost there. What the ribbit? Go. How much of the 5.4 remains after we finish up this duty? Because I just realized we only have about 40 minutes before we end. Two more quests. Oh, okay. I was more asking quests. Five quests for Kiki Griffin. Oh, that's... That can either be a lot or a little. Depending on how long the actual quests are. Yeah, part the seas? Yeah, Moses Frog. Frozus. I'm gonna stay back here. Send little things to poke it. A lot of guys. That wasn't too bad. Why do I get the feeling that guy that's been shooting lava at us is going to be the one that we have to fight at the end? Oh no, there he is. Never mind. I'm wrong. Parting the seas again. Almost got rid of him. Alright. What's our final boss gonna be? Oh, we do get to go back to the portal. Nice. We get to see this, the Ishtola pillow. Oh, this patch has a good bit left. We're not reaching 5.5. That's okay. Oh my gosh, it is an Ishtola pillow. Well, you come over here, Amy. See where I'm at? Tilt your camera up. It's the old style of Ishtola's hair. That's funny. And the furnace looks like Matoya.
Right then. Let's get this over with.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. A royal porksy.
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
We gotta fight a porksy.
Mother horse.
Oh my gosh. That outfit. Amazing. Well, let's do it. Woe Begone Workshop. It's kind of a great name. Ooh, definitely going this way. I don't even see a circle. Oh, that's why you stay in the circle. You get blasted into the circle. That's, yeah. Don't get sucked in, so. Oh, jeez. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This is bad. Yep. To a crisp. I'm dead. And Arjan's dead too. Yeah, we're gonna have to try that one again. Jeez. That's alright. Oink oink. There. I think we need to take out the cave sprite. You need to take out the cave sprite in order to see. We're experimenting, seeing what it's all about. You can do it, Amy. Solo this. Go, Amy. Dance yourself to victory. She's bursting with magic. That ain't good.
There we go.
Oh. Ow. I mean, I had 99 million damage done to me, so... And yeah, it's a short walk. It's no big deal.
I was the last one standing.
You were. I did not do that one stage very well, but we'll get it this time. I'm confident. It's a very deadly pig. Alright, there we go. Okay, right here. Huff and puff. Get as far away from it as possible. Wait, is this the... Yep, this is the thing. Get as far away from that as possible. Not dying to that again. Problem was, I was facing the wrong way last time. There we go.
Right.
Okay. Ah, that's my mouse. Yeah. Whoa. There she is. She's going to be this way, so we need to go this over here, Amy, so we get blown back. That's clever. Once you get its little, like what it's all about down, this is a pretty fun one. We're just wailing on it. I've learned not to be as far up as you can. Like, you have to be give it a little bit of distance so you end up a bit more in the center. There we go. The name of that attack is called Tenderloin. Pig tamed. Baconed. Very nicely done. That was fun. And yes, thank you to everyone who joined us. Let's try this one and see what it looks like. Honestly, not a bad look. But I'm not quite ready for all the post-game glamours yet. Oh, I didn't realize they had little comments. Take it, don't put yourself in... Take the glam and save yourself in the future. Yep, too late. I didn't take the glam.
What glam?
The heirloom jacket of maiming.
Oh, you passed on stuff?
Oh no, I cast it and then I was unable to tame. It's whatever. No big deal. I will worry about it later. No, it's just a regular outfit. It's just it's just a dragoon piece.
There we are, quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
I feel like more of us could do that to make it so there's not so much drainage.
Alice's been doing too much. Share the load a little bit more.
Seriously.
I guess they needed backup in case things went bad.
I guess.
That should suffice.
Scions actually comment in the fights themselves if you go in a party. Nice.
I want to see some foxes. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy.
We need even more energy, so there you go, Amy. That's why.
A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya.
She's even taunting her. So good. Oh, there's a book. There's a thing up. I just noticed behind her head. There was an image of the fighter class or the monk class from Final Fantasy I. It's 8-bit sprite. That's cool. Look up there. No, on the bookshelves around behind her. That's great.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
Yeah, there it is.
I will require a moment before I try again.
Poor.
It's still hard work, but
Poor
a damn
Stola.
sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone. We're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present
You
travails,
little porksies.
I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
I don't know. I seem to be holding
In
up way better
addition
than you
to the
guys.
boxes, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
Taunting.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
I'm a sucker for sassy old characters in games and stories. Hey, Sayo. Dancing around. Given it was her first time making a pork scene, Master Matoya did a fine job, though she did have her Angelo for inspiration. Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with Ashtola. Yeah, they're as pieces in a pod, are they not? Alize's comment is that the Matoyas are mirror images of each other. Did you read that one from her? Oh no, you're good. It's after the quest is finished. It's fine. Graha's looking forward to meeting Estinian at some point. Well then, my friends, let us return to Limsa Lominsa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Oh yeah, we should... Yeah, I'm inviting everybody back in that are it's still around. Okay. I haven't loaded yet. My load times struggle. Oh, she's just behind. By the way, we lose our sprouts when we hit Endwalker itself, correct?
No, really? I don't want to lose my sprout.
Oh boy. Good luck with that, Mary. Good night. And when you finish 5.5. Oh boy. Poor Amy. She loves her,
Sprout.
She loves her sprouts. Lets people know that it's like, don't judge me too harshly. That's quite the headgear. And you're right, we barely get to see her. My friends, what brings you here this day? Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. As often as I've been in all of you Scions, I would not have thought it possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We have done it. Here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks. Truly, this will do much to advance the cause of peace. Yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beastman. Bah, even to speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples, for though summoning in the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. 'Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Lomincians have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history... Bless you.
Sorry.
Our history has been of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Yes, I read about this in the first Eorzea encyclopedia. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who would listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time that I followed suit. Hence my proposal to the Alliance Council.
Her outfit seems so plain compared to others.
I know. She is very simple. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Vilbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. I don't know if this... I have never heard any 1.0 music, Time Sage. Aye, acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would founder without them. I'm given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfer, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads, a man named Sickard, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We've invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned naught of any value. Leave it to us. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever the Sickard wants, we'll find out. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn then. Good luck. Merwin really took Emperor Varys' critiques of Limps to heart. Really love that they brought that thread back after Adventures. Yeah, I forgot about that, but you're right. He did criticize. He criticized all of them, really. The animal was right. The cause of the conflict needs to be addressed. We'll do what we can to ease the way, but it ultimately falls to the Lomincians to make peace with their neighbors. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know this Sickard. If you could approach the pirates, Milan, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. This one really is just like get let's see. So there's 2 guilds. Solve the primal problem. They weren't lying about that. Even though we're doing huge things, it almost seems quaint and peaceful, doesn't it? You mean Realm Reborn, or yeah, it is very. It is does have a tinge of Realm Reborn with these quests. Really gives the sense that when DawnTrail happens, you can leave Eorzea to good hands. Like you really don't have to worry about it, and you're able to just go. You want to know about Sickard? He's a wily bugger is what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Moonscott's place at Old Hilfer's side. There was a time we raced the Executioners for our pick of the Empire's fleet, but with the Garleans are gone, and them days are with them. Owing to which, we've all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet, with that jumped-up bilge rat Sickard landing the juiciest, whatever it may be. Now that we Sirens are struggling, mind, we do well enough garden fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of the produce for our trouble, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters, as can't sail on account of getting old or wounded or with child, and they cook it up to sell for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong, but when I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't all bad. How'd you get lost? It has a aetheryte right next to it. Just at the Marauders Guild.
I thought it was going to be in the...
It's not like directly there, but it's nearby. I think up here. There he is.
Remember who this is? The one that left Ishgard?
Oh, yeah. Curious about Sickard, are you? As am I, my friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the Locracy permits us to attack only Garlean vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the seas since the Empire turned in upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the Executioners are less forward-looking. I cannot imagine they would willingly abandon the old ways. So how then are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals, but mayhap you will have more luck. Yeah, it really feels like we're gonna have to, like, we'll basically get this quest done and that'll be that for now. Though I think we can still make pretty good progress through the next set of quests. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? Yeah, there's a lot going on in Point 4. So just as their Imperial prey began to disappear, Sickard turned the Executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew has been indulging themselves as never before. But no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they're coming by their coin. For my part, I spoke with a reporter from the Harbor Herald. The publication has been investigating the secret of the Executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the Executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries on Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Hoary Boulder, who has been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever-worsening relations between the beast tribes and the Thalassocracy, neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting that the kobolds and Sahagin lack the means with which to summon them. Do you mean to say the executioners are divesting them of their crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes, though we have no hard evidence as yet. We must investigate further. Agreed, so how do we proceed? Oh, I have an idea about that. In fact, I've already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Aha. Oh, gotta go with the sausage and sauerkraut. God, the loading is ridiculous for me. Alphino is still showing his green symbol. Good God. My poor computer. The search for Sickard. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that a wholesaler of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa Lominsa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be at Ashan's Embrace in Lower Lonosha shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. Oh yeah, with Endwalker we get a new quest accepting jingle. That'll be weird. We'll have roughly 3 months of that, and then down to DawnTrail's new one. Hey, Linky. We are searching for Sickard right now. How have you been? Not sure if you heard, but we're going to be on a mad dash in the next 3 months to try to get content current so we can play DawnTrail when it comes out. Oh, well, we're streaming it as well, so that's why it's going to be 3 months. So I'm going to have some extra streaming days to make sure of that. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. Wait, if he truly is in league with the Bloody Executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral. The Scions not least of all. Compared to yours and Milan's, mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of the buyer. Graha is right, and even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Genteel? Well, very well. Leave it to you, Graha. Got business with me, Catboy. You're the crystal wholesaler? How could you not trust that face? That I am, but you're no merchant. So what do you want the crystals for? Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? You need crystals to make staves like that fine specimen you've got there. Don't look at them. That's right, I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you you show me your wares. Well, we don't just invite anybody into our storehouses. It takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright. It's plain that that's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. Yeah, smooth there, Graha. Yeah.
I did it, guys.
Just so smooth. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. Alright. Finishing up this quest will be the end of the stream, but we'll still grab the one after it, just so we have a mark for where we need to go. This is why I love Graha as a Scion. He seems to be a favorite, and I can certainly see why. He's earnest yet silly, smart but naive, and a complete and utter fanboy. Given how long he spent playing the Crystal Exarch, you'd think Graha would be a better actor. Honestly, if it hadn't been for that staff, he must remember to thank Tataru. Nice dinosaur, Amy. They went into that tunnel, quietly now. Oh my god. Yeah, after this cutscene, this will be our cliffhanger. You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed, I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them if that's your worry. They're from Ogomuro, if you take my meaning. Stuff as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So how much do you want? We're about to make Tataru upset with a purchase, aren't we? Oh, Gomuro, whatever. Taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around. Slowly. Sickard, I take it. I'm Sickard, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are, Scions. And we also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You are bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, and so I shall return the favor. We came here to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. That's right. Just to remind you though, we ain't breaking any rules here. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it don't say nothing about beastmen. Only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. Wait, Just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours. Him especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about dirtying their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Ugomaro and battered Bleeding Titan himself. Raised a muggy when I heard the news. And now, since we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except the beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken no laws. That being so, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face, unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa Lominsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue, the Astalicia. I trust you won't turn down the invitation. Curious where that's going to go. Well, we found Sickard. Alright, I'm just going to take on this next quest and that'll be the end of the stream. On rough seas. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate powers of Limsa Lominsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Gratia's timely provocation had the desired effect, and Sickard has agreed to a meeting. Let us hurry back to Limsa Lominsa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. Alright. That is it for now. So I didn't quite make it all the way through 5.4, but I think we're still well on our way toward getting to the end and seeing much more. I honestly don't know how many more do we have? Just gonna look quick. Oh, it's only three quests. So, granted, there's 9 more after in 5.5, but still, we did all right. Especially because we got through a duty.
Thank you.
But yeah, that is it for this stream for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker as we continue through the prologue. Of course, tomorrow next week we'll be back with even more. But tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, our usual streaming time, it'll finally be time to get back to Yakuza 0 and finish that up after our subathon. So we get to see what the rest of that's like. There's still a few sub stories here and there to take care of, but for the most part, we're going to be doing a lot of stories, so it should be pretty exciting. Friday will be at 1 will be more crosscode, and then Saturday will be our extra stream for Super Mario RPG as we take on the post-game bosses. So yeah, that's our lineup. A lot of fun stuff coming up, and 2 more full streams to lose the Sprouts. I thought it'd be like a stream and a half to get to the end of 3.55. Guess we'll see. But yeah, in the meantime, let's see who we can raid real quick. As for our raid message, I don't know. Looks like we can raid Blueberry. She's streaming right now. There's also Shell Shock, but we've raided Shell Shock a few times. Although he is playing God Hand, and that's a classic. When pigs fly, you know what? That works. Boo Scary Helicopter. That works. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Bloob just to keep things simple. And that'll be that. It would just... Let me do it. There we go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Hope everyone had a great time. Looking forward to playing more and hope to see you tomorrow for some Yakuza. So until then, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.